the apocalypse. Today I'm going to show you how to take basically a cheap light fixture and use it for an indoor light fixture. I've got this is what I'm using right here, and I forgot to get my electrical tools, so I'll have to go down and get those. But I've got an old cord, nice, strong, dirty, sturdy cord.
Dirty cord.
And I have this light fixture. It's cheap. It's like $8. Okay, it's normally used as an exterior light. It normally would be used in a box. I'm not doing that. So I will show you what I'm doing after I go get all my tools. Because of course I left shit. So there's that. But at any rate, I'm going to use it inside. Why? Because I can't afford a big light fixture or an expensive light fixture, and this is going to be, it'll kind of match the ambiance of our treehouse, and yet it won't cost, it's going to cost $8. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure how much cord I need and cut the cord. Like I said, this is a nice heavy-duty cord. Anytime you're going to do something like this, if you've got a good cord, use it. Especially, you know, where do you think this cord came from? I ripped it off something. I ripped it off something that no longer worked. So, it's recycled.
Hello, guys.
So, I need it to plug in. And I need to have enough that it can plug down to a power strip. Because eventually I'll put a power strip in. So I need it to come down to where the tabletop will be, because that'll be where the power strip is. So I'm going to cut it a little bit longer than that, because why the hell not? Okay, so there we go. Alright, so now, you know, I'll actually hang on to that, because you never know when you'll need a section of cord. Okay, so now, for those of you who don't know, the next thing I have to do is make an end that I can use. See, that's right in the way. Yay! Something's right in the way. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this. And in order to split it, okay, I've got to strip those wires first. In order to strip the wires, I have to first cut a bunch of this. I have to first split down the black part. I'm actually getting some paint that was on there off, because I might as well, because I don't need that part of it. Okay, so always give yourself plenty of extra. Don't skimp. Okay, so now I split that on the top, and now I should be able to pull it down, pull that up. See how it'll start splitting? Okay, see? Alright, now I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so what you want is if you don't have a stripper tool, yes, you can do it with a knife. You could strip the wires with a knife. You've also, I'm sure, if you have ever been around somebody, you'll see they strip them with their teeth. I prefer not to do that because I would like to keep my teeth. Okay, so we strip the wires. If you don't know how to use a wire strip, it's super easy. The gauge is on there, and you just take it and you do that, then you've got bare wire. I actually want more than that, so I'm going to take off a little bit more. Okay, so there's your ground wire. Okay, so now, what am I going to do? Okay, so I need to take this, and like I said, it was made to go on a box. So there's a couple of things I have to do, because I'm not using it that way. I'm not using it the way you're supposed to. So the first thing I have to do is I have to drill a hole through the casing big enough for this wire to go through. I've already pulled a bit. Okay, so I take that, we put the bit in. Then we kind of, it's going to be a booger because you got to kind of do it and it's going to want to rattle around. Okay, so in order to make sure that I get it, I want to put it the direction it's going to be, because I want it to be in the bottom. No, you shouldn't hold it with your hand. And yes, it wants to dance all over the place. You have to get a dimple before it'll do its thing. Let's see if I can do it from this side, maybe. Then I have to be careful, though, because I'll wind up snagging my wires if I'm not careful. Nope, that didn't work worth a shit. My cameraman is on his phone!
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are!
Not anymore.
You cannot get good help these days.
See, my hand's free.
I gotta find a way to do this. Okay, so that's not working. I need to find a better way to do this before I clip my freaking hand or make a hole where I don't want one. There we go. There we go. So now we have a hole, and that should be about the right size for the wire. Okay, now we're going to take the wire and we're going to hope we get the right hole size. Because of course I measured it, but you never know. Okay, so we're going to pull that through. It looks like it's going to fit well. Okay, once I get it pulled through, to make sure it doesn't, that people yanking on the cord is not going to make a mess, what I'll do is I'll pull that up, get some electrical tape. So I made it nice and it's a good size, it's a good fit. So I'll pull it up. Let's see if I got some better electrical tape than this blue shit came with the kit 40 years ago. Yeah, some good stuff. Okay. Alright. So, okay, this is the cloth tape. It's really cool shit. I like to use it. It's super strong. But see, it's because it's the cloth and it's got all that sticky stuff on it, it picks up all kinds of crap. So I'm going to get rid of the top layer. I know, what a waste. But that's okay.
How dare you waste something on your own channel that's all about not wasting.
Yeah, I know. Well, there you go. I'm not the best example in the world, as you know. Okay, so now I'm going to take it, I'm going to wrap this around a bunch of times. So like I said, so nobody can just grab it and pull it out of the wall.
Like anyone would do that anyway, but God
yes,
only knows.
People pull on cords all the time. Having owned rental property, I tend to know exactly what people are getting. See? So now...
Oh, crap.
Okay, that's okay. Just turn it...
It's back on.
When did you turn it off, do you know?
Just like a second ago.
Okay.
Right whenever you said to show.
So now, I'm getting ready to put on some wire nuts. Alright. And I should have them in my package of goodies. Now, my son uses these things that are actually better, but I don't have any of those, so I'm going to use the wire nuts that came with it. I will not need the rest of this stuff because I'm not doing it the right way. I'm making a light fixture that's different than it was originally intended. I know! Who can believe that I'm jerry-rigging something? But you can do this too! It's a good way, you know, if you need a light, you can't afford to buy a light, these are super cheap. They're cheap enough that if you had to tear it apart to fix an old lamp, it would be worth it. It would be cheaper than buying the pieces. Okay, so how does a wire nut work? Twist your wires together, then put the wire nut on, and twist it down till it's good and tight. When it's tight, quit twisting or you'll just twist the damn heads right off your wires. Okay, so twist them together first, and you twist them. Which way am I twisting that? Because that's the right way.
I have actually no clue.
You twist them the same way that this goes on is the way you twist them together. How's that? You always twist them clockwise, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it is too.
Yeah, I think clockwise.
Okay, now that's weird, but that's the ground wire. So I'm going to unwind it from the rest of that. That's the ground wire. We'll twist it together. And here's the thing, because I'm using a heavy-duty cord, this does not usually get... See, I did that backwards. I blame you guys.
How mean.
How mean to blame people? Well, that's what everybody does, though, right? They're always looking for somebody else to take the blame. All right, so now those are all together. So now I'm going to do something, which is I'm going to pull these all together and tie them, and pull this down to where it belongs. I'm going to take these and tie them together with tape so that I can keep them away from these holes. You'll see why it's so important to keep those away from the holes when you see how I'm going to install this. So I'm just going to take this tape. It helps if you can see, by the way. If you can't see, you kind of always, you know, farting around. But I'm sure I'm not the only one watching this or in the world that can't see where there's shit. So there's that. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap that around there, tear that off. Okay, now, this part of this is done. All I have to do is make sure that this stays there because I'm going to use those for actual screws. Okay, so next step. This is the top of the Folgers container. What am I going to do with it? Well,
what is she going to do?
Watch and learn.
Oh.
You can't have the wires. Well, you can. Anybody who knows electricity will say, well, it doesn't matter. But to me, I don't want the wires in the back against the wood. I'm literally getting ready to attach this right to the wooden wall. So instead of having the wires, even though they're in the leg nuts, against the wood, I'm going to make an insulator from where I just marked that. I'm now going to take a pair of scissors and cut it. And then, when I do that, it will put a plastic barrier, which plastic is non-conductive. It's why the wires are coated in plastic. So I will have a non-conductive surface on which to put this light fixture that I just jerry-rigged. All right?
Just in case.
It's just in case. It's not... You would not, technically you don't have to do this. Technically those wire nuts, are you hitting it?
Trying.
Technically these wire nuts keep that from happening. But I like to have a little extra protection for shit like that. Especially, like I said, I'm always doing everything by the seat of my damn pants. So I'm going to stick one staple in it, far away from where the wiring's going to be. I'm going to put the fixture about here. What do you think, Zeb? Or would it be better there so that it shines more into the other room?
Honestly, I don't know. Whatever you think.
Oh, it might be good there.
You gave that more compliments, so I think that's where you should put it.
Okay. I did it with more confidence.
I said compliments. You gave it more compliments in that area.
Alrighty then. And so now it's as simple. And of course we didn't bring a damn light bulb either.
We don't need one.
You don't need no stinking light bulb. Okay.
Cheerleader stinky.
Alright, so now we take our freaking light fixture, we put it over the template we made. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when you don't get screwed. Okay. So we take our template, we'll put that right over the top. Our cord is hanging out the hole that we did. We'll put this through, make sure it's touching nothing. Okay. Then we take our little screwdriver, and we hope we get it in. And there we go. I got one more screw to put in it, and then I gotta go get a bulb. We forgot to get a bulb. And there we go. See? That was easy, right?
Right.
There you go. $8 light fixture. Now we'll go get it. We'll turn that back on when I get back with the bulb. Because, of course, the bulb... Oh, no, there should be one in the kitchen. So I'll go get that. Okay, I'll be back. Turn it off, Zeb. All right, so you're about to see the most triumphant part of an electrical build. And this one doesn't have a switch because I'm going to plug everything in this building will eventually be plugged into power strips with power surge protection. So that all I have to do is when we're leaving is flip a switch in the kitchenette, a switch in here, and everything is turned off. So they're called jelly jar lights. Now I just put that on there. Easy peasy. Was there only 2 squares? Yeah, okay, that makes it even easier. Usually there's 3. Okay.
Or more.
So now it's all done. Now, are we ready?
Yep.
Triumph!
Perfect.
And I will probably take a wire and tie that to the thing.
Yeah.
Like that, so that I can't really see, and it'll go right there into the power strip. So, you too can make, and if you wanted a light with a switch, you can get the cheap lights with the switch. Okay? It's maybe $12 instead of $8. Since, like I said, my plan is to turn stuff off and on with the power strip, I didn't need one with that. So, until next time, happy hunting.
Silent.